In this video, we're going to be talking all about the law of attraction and how that can really impact how you discipline your children. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you like my video, please subscribe. I do post a new video at least once a week, sometimes more, so be sure to hit the bell. By hitting the bell, you will be notified when I post more videos. Hey, abundant parents, it's Leah. I was recently invited to be a guest on the High Impact Club on Instagram. It's a page all for parents and helping them along their parenting journey, much like my page, The Abundant Parent. Marcela asked me some really interesting questions and they were fantastic, so I thought that I should just do a video about them. I'm definitely going to link the High Impact Club page below this video because I think it's a really fantastic page and I encourage you to give it a follow. Her first question was, what is the source of our reactions to our children? Wow, that is quite a loaded question. But when I really thought about it and really started to pull back the layers of all the things that impact who we are as parents, I really think it comes down to very core things within our subconscious. The first is any trauma we may have experienced as children, maybe even in the womb. Also, social conditioning should not be ignored when we're really looking at how we react to our children. I know this concept of child-led activities, peaceful parenting, nonviolent communication, attachment parenting, all of these things that I believe so strongly in have become much more mainstream in recent years. But for a very, very long time, these things were not socially accepted, and people who did follow these things were kind of looked at in poor light by those people who did not believe in them. So all of that to say that if you come from a family that has a long line of believing in spankings, in the parent's dominance over the child, then that's going to play a role in how you parent your child now. In addition to that social conditioning, if you did experience trauma when you were very young, and if it was not addressed because it happened when you were so young that it actually might be subconscious now, those little nuances of that trauma could be playing out in how you parent your own children, especially if your children are similarly aged to you when you first experienced the trauma. But let's say that trauma is not an issue in your experience, and that maybe you did have very gentle parents. Chances are your parents still parented you with the source of ego that kind of ruled how they parented you. Now, I don't mean ego in a really narcissistic way. I mean ego in that they know what's best for you, and so you should do what they think you should do. Does that make sense? Part of this means making sure that you're not living vicariously through your children, but when it comes to discipline, making sure that you recognize that your children are not acting out against your power. They're not acting out against your dominance. So don't let that get in the way of your parenting. Last little piece that influences how we react to our children is our own introspection or lack thereof, and our lack of preparedness. Like any skill that we hone, the more prepared we are to deal with the things that come up with parenting, the more relaxed we're going to be when it comes time to respond to our children. Always remembering what your truth is as a parent and making sure that the advice that you're taking on Google and books from other parenting coaches, that it always resonates really deeply within who you are in your truth and with your moral compass. Introspection is also so key when you're responding to your children. If you've taken time to really reflect on your values, how you want to parent your children, and how your past circumstances may impact how you respond to your children, that's going to change how you respond to your children when they throw a situation at you that you were unexpecting. Having that prior introspection is really going to give you the opportunity to use previous tools that you've contemplated or that you've used and really bring them to the table in the moment. Another question she asked me is how parents can use awareness in their parenting and when they discipline. Well, I've touched on that just a little bit already, but parents need to be aware that their children came to this world with their very own ideas and with their very own purpose. It is always your job as their parent to be their guide, not their boss. This also means keeping your ego out of the parenting and not trying to satisfy urges and needs that weren't satisfied in your own childhood through them. But this also means guiding your children through their struggles, being a partner with them while they learn to uncover their source of suffering and discover their own internal tools and strength in getting through their struggles themselves. When you recognize that everyone is doing the best that they can with the tools that they have at hand, I actually think it was Brene Brown that said this, that's no different for children. Children are doing the best that they can with the tools that they have at hand, and children don't want to be unhappy. So if they are, it's important for you to understand that it's your job to guide them through it, to be a source of support through it, to not add to their chaos. If you aren't doing it already, definitely eliminate the judgments that you place on your children while you are disciplining them. Your child is not bad. Your child is having a struggle and needs your loving support to get through it. Now, I know I mentioned it briefly, but it's really important that you don't join in on your child's chaos. So that is bringing energetic vibrations that are causing more anxiety for your children by the way you are responding to them. So again, this is bringing your awareness to the situation. It means making sure that you are maintaining a calm, consistent energy. The more calm and energetically peaceful and present you're able to be for your child, the faster they're going to be able to find that safe feeling, which is really what they're seeking when they're acting out. It's going to help them find that safe feeling faster. You're going to find that by bringing that peaceful presence to them when they are acting out and they need discipline, in addition to showing them that you are a partner and helping them work through it, it's going to completely change your disciplining dynamic with them. When children are acting out, it's because they don't have the tools at hand yet to understand how to best deal with the feelings that they're having. But you can show them that you do have the tools and you are there to support them, and it's going to help bring them back down, help them find that calm again. And this leads me into discussing a little bit more about how the law of attraction can affect your children during these times of upset when discipline might be needed. With the law of attraction, children are always mirroring your energy as their parent, especially when they are quite young. So remembering that during times of discipline, if you are showing that you are not judging them, that you are not angry with them, that you are able to maintain your cool, calm, collective presence, and that you are going to love them regardless of how they are feeling. And then lastly, that you are a partner with them as they try to sort out all of these feelings themselves. They are going to feel all of that energy from you, even if they can't really define it. Their neurons are mirroring the neurons that you are creating through your behavior, and it's just going to help them find that balanced place. And oftentimes you will find when they come back down from this high energy, high emotional state of acting out when they need discipline, you're going to find that you're going to have really amazing conversations with your kids on how they can best deal with these feelings in the future. Thanks so much to the High Impact Club and Marcela for having me. It was a fantastic talk. It was so exciting to explore some of these different ideas I haven't talked about yet. Be sure to check out her page. She is on Instagram. Also, you can find me on theabundantparent.com. I have a monthly membership where I bring in experts in their field every single month to bring you a workshop, giving you tools to empower you, to make you feel like you are capable of being a mindful, conscious parent, and helping bring all of that peaceful presence to your children and family as well. Thank you so much for sharing your limited, valuable parenting time with me. I wish you much love, light,